was a standard night. 3 whiskies under the belt, but I wasn't about to go over the edge with the Rams, though it would have been a handsome reward for surviving another day. As a PI, my bread and butter's in turning tricks for those who can afford it, but recently the clients had dried up, like the barn in a drought. Mrs. always used to say the job sucked the life out of me, but I'm still kicking. Even so, here I was, in this dump. Since they shut down the speakeasy on Mirabel, it had been home sweet home. I was about to give the day the heel and toe when a reason for staying presented itself. Or should I say, herself. We got down to business. Her request was simple. Find the mister who deserted her and the floozy he'd been skanking. Easy, sweetheart. Eggs in the coffee. She said he was a swinger. Well, folks uptown might be shocked, but that kind of business don't ruffle my feathers. Hard to believe a Joe like that'd get a better offer. Some luck. Payment can be awkward. I could tell she wanted to negotiate, but I wasn't interested. Her eyes were selling something that wouldn't pay the rent. Instead, I laid it down straight. Half up front, half when the job's done. Geelong's a small town. Everyone knows everyone, or someone who knows something. The violin maker, a retired sleuth who'd spent some time in the old Geelong jail, now restored fine instruments to their former glory. Don't speak his name in public, unless you want to end up in one of his other wooden boxes. We talked shop. I mentioned the dame and the swinger she was tracking. He seemed to know something. Apparently there was a group of key jinglers meeting midweek, and if my hunch was right, payday'd be just around the corner. Swingers. Quite a bunch. I knew the rules, so I took 2 sets of keys and slapped on the old spice, just in case. This was no swingers event I'd been to before. It seemed like the only banger that'd be happening tonight would be on the drums. My mind was flipping a wig. The sooner I got some tiger milk, the better. This doll with a neck full of oyster fruit started chatting to me like I was going out of fashion. I used the old friend of a friend line, the one they teach you on the first day of the job. And it worked a treat. She knew the guy. Apparently he was quite the rug cutter. The gal hinted there'd be a shindig this week. I grabbed the details and hightailed it out of there. This joint was jumping, but they weren't chewing the same beans as me. I wouldn't usually make house calls so late at night, but this case was going places. When she darkened the doorway, she was casting just the right kind of shadow. I gave her the juice on the shindig that was coming up. Then she asked me in for a nightcap. Well, it had been a long time between drinks. These are the nights I live for. You never know if you'll wake up dead the next morning. client and I had our glad rags on. We were chewing the fat when suddenly she spotted something I didn't. I turned and saw the same skirt from the other night, and the scarf around her neck was the arm of the mug I was looking for. I'm not much of an athlete, but the goon would be my rent and food once I closed the case.
Half up front, half when the job's done.